Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Oksana and I love sharing tips and tricks that can help you become the best version of yourself. Today I am going to share 5 simple self-development tips that can transform your life for the better. Let's dive in. My first tip for you is to set small and achievable goals. Breaking down big goals into smaller steps makes them more manageable and less overwhelming. Plus, you get to celebrate small wins along the way, which keeps you motivated. For example, you have a goal to start a YouTube channel in 2024. At first, this goal can be quite intimidating because there is a lot of things that need to be considered before starting your YouTube channel. But if you were to break it down in smaller steps, it will definitely seem more achievable. For example, your steps could look like research and plan content, gather necessary equipment, set up your YouTube channel, create and upload initial video, and engage with other creators. So once you break down your big goal into smaller chunks, it will be easier for you to actually achieve that goal. Journaling and gratitude go hand in hand. Once you get into the habit of journaling every day, it will become easier for you to write down things that you are grateful for. I like to call them 10 good things, and I usually write them down at the end of my journaling entry. Journaling can help you clear your head and put all your worries, frustrations, and anxieties on paper. So for example, if something happened during your day that you were not happy about, journaling can actually help you to reflect on the situation once you're no longer there and maybe get a fresh perspective. And at the same time, it will allow you to accept that situation, or maybe you need to deal with that particular scenario. It can actually provide you with different ideas or suggestions on how to deal with that specific case scenario. Additionally, journaling can help you reduce stress and improve your mental well-being because it's essentially a private space for you where you can share your thoughts, emotions, desires, and nobody needs to know. It's something sacred, something yours. I have a full detailed video on how to start journaling if you're a beginner. What I usually do for my journaling sessions is, if I have time in the mornings, I would usually write in my Recharge, a day and night reflection journal. I'm going to link this journal in the video description if you guys want to check it out. I got it off Amazon. And essentially what it has is that every morning you write record, so that could be your goals for today, to-dos that can wait, what you're excited about for this day, what you're stressed about for this day. If you like, you can write down how you spend your time in hours, minutes. I usually don't do that. You could also keep track of all the food and drinks that you consumed, as well as how much water and caffeine you had. And in the evening is when you will be able to reflect on your day, so you can rate your energy level. You can highlight when your energy level was the highest, so for example, whether it was morning, afternoon, and evening. I really like this part, is what recharged me today. So understanding what recharges you can actually help you to add more activities like that to help you refill your cup and recharge yourself. And then you would basically check off things that recharged you, and then you can write down what recharged you the most today. So every person is unique, and more than likely every day will be different, but it could be something like walk or listening to music or talking to your friends. And then you will write thoughts you need to clear to relax and changes you want to make for tomorrow. So it's essentially a very structured way to reflect on your day and set priorities or make changes for tomorrow. And then I just have a regular notebook where I write kind of like, dear diary type thing. Essentially what it does, it helps me to reflect on my day, or if there is something that worries me or causes me anxiety, it provides me with a safe space to reflect on that situation, rethink it, and then essentially after I look back at the things that were worrying me, they were so insignificant that it's easier for me to process anxieties that happen afterwards, because I would be like, well, it something similar happened to me, and it turned out fine, or I got over it. So that peace of mind also helps me to deal with future anxieties. Moreover, as I mentioned in the beginning of this chapter, I like to write things that I am genuinely grateful for that day, and I call them 10 good things. And why it is important is because gratitude shifts your mindset and helps you focus on the positive aspects of your life. And sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes it's kind of hard to find 10 good things that you're grateful for, but it could be something simple, just like, like a sunny weather, or, having a nice hot cup of coffee in the morning or something like that. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could even be, the fresh air outside. My third tip for you is to read more regularly. Reading opens up your mind to new ideas and perspective. And it could be books, it could be articles, it could be audiobooks, but immersing yourself in different kind of literature helps you continuously learn and stay informed. And what I mean by that is you do not necessarily need to read just, self-development and self-help books. Reading fiction is as good for you as reading self-development books, because you can use your imagination to imagine characters, imagine how they look, imagine how they sound, and all those things. Most importantly, sometimes there is a brilliant quotes that are written in fiction literature. And sometimes it can even align with whatever is happening in your life right now. So do not dismiss fiction. Fiction is a great way to spend some time, use your imagination. It's essentially like watching a movie or a TV show. I have a video that I made about 3 books that transformed my life, and I'm going to link this video in the video description. What I usually do, sometimes I actually read a book, like an actual book. This is like one of my favorite books, not just because of its content, but also of the way it looks and feels. Absolutely love this book. And I recently found my Kindle that is probably over 6 years old. I downloaded a few books, so I've been reading on my Kindle as well, which is honestly a great thing, especially if you're commuting or going to work and you want to take it with you, or maybe you have a bunch of books on the go and you don't want to carry them with you. Kindle is definitely my go-to thing. And of course, I also use Audible. Absolutely love it. So for example, if I'm on my walk, or if I'm doing some errands or cleaning or whatever, and I just wanted to listen to a book or be productive, Audible will be my choice. And there is also an app that I have been using for quite some time, but I haven't used it in a while, but it's called Blinkist. So it actually allows you to read a book in a very short period of time, because it has the most important points from that book, the most important information listed in a very concise way. And you can either get a subscription, but even if you get a free version, I think you're able to read 1 book every day, which is still quite significant, especially if you haven't read before. Moreover, let's not dismiss the fact that reading can also be a very relaxing activity that helps you unwind and reduce stress. I actually had a comment recently posted in one of my videos saying that reading something spiritual can help you to have better dreams and wake up feeling essentially better and more relaxed. So make sure that you get into a habit of reading something nice and relaxing before going to bed. What I would like you to do is make a habit of reading just a little bit every day. Everybody says that you have to read a chapter, but I think sometimes it's very discouraging because we do not have time to read a chapter. And actually in that video that I mentioned, I talk about 3 books where the chapters are so short. So if you want to get into a habit of reading, and reading a chapter a day, I highly encourage you to start with those few books that I mentioned in that video. But honestly, even if you read a few pages and you are able to remember what you've read about before the next day, that still counts. That's still impressive and important, because I find that we are so freaking busy lately that it's really hard for us to find time. So don't feel discouraged when you think that it's not good enough if you read only a couple pages and not a chapter. Every little bit counts. You need to make sure that you're taking care of both, so your mental health and your physical health, because you can't have one without the other. I want you to remember that regular exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are important for both your physical health and your mental health. When we're talking about regular exercise, it doesn't mean that you have to hit the gym every day. It doesn't mean that you have to hit a certain amount of exercise minutes or burn a certain amount of calories or walk a certain amount of steps. You just have to be active in the way that works for you and suits your body. If you can afford to make enough time to go to the gym, that's great. Maybe sometimes you feel like going to the gym, maybe sometimes you don't. That's okay too. Maybe you don't have enough time right now to hit the gym, so you can always do things like home workouts, or even walking a little bit more every day still counts, and it's still very important. You have to give your body what it needs and what it craves. You have to listen to your body. There will be days when you don't feel like doing strength training. Maybe you are actually craving some stretches or some yoga or a nice refreshing walk outside. So make sure that you listen to your body and satisfy those needs and cravings. Every little bit of exercise, every kind of body movement counts. Overexhaustion is actually just as bad for you as lack of exercise. So make sure that you listen to your body and choose the exercise based on your current abilities, based on your energy level and your needs. Now, when it comes to nutrition, make sure that you fill your body with the nutrients it needs. I want you to change your mindset. I want you to actually not think of food as healthy and unhealthy, but what I want you to do is think of food as more nutrient dense and less nutrient dense. Moreover, stop restricting certain types of food. Tell yourself mentally that you can eat whatever you want. When you don't have that restriction mindset, and you understand that there is more nutrient dense food and less nutrient dense food, you are actually going to make much healthier choices opposed to when you restrict yourself. Because let's be honest, we always want something that we either currently don't have or can't have, or that is potentially bad for you, like a bag of chips, for example, or that chocolate bar, because it sounds so bad. It sounds like a treat. I actually read a book recently where it was talking about the idea how, I'm going to have a treat. And the author actually argued about that. It was said that, I'm not a dog, so I don't need treats. If I want ice cream, I'll have ice cream. It's not a treat. It's, just something for myself. Essentially, when you are going to shift your mindset, it will be easier for you to make better choices for yourself. Try to prioritize wholesome meals, and trust me, once you change your mindset, it will be much easier. But also, you do not need to sacrifice those less nutrient dense foods. Make sure that you include them in your diet, but make sure that you're fully enjoying them. You're fully enjoying every single bite. And also, of course, importantly, listen to your hunger cues. So when you feel that you are getting full, just stop eating. And when you know that you are not restricting yourself, it will be so much easier for you to do that. And you will essentially feel fulfilled and, happy and not deprived, as most of us usually are. So just stop restricting yourself. My final tip for you is to surround yourself with positive people. The company you keep has a significant impact on your mindset and your overall happiness. So make sure that you spend time with people who uplift you and inspire you. For example, if your family is not supportive of your goals or choices, I am first of all very sorry that you're going through that, but I also want you to remember that there are people out there, your friends, maybe your colleagues at work, maybe your neighbors, who can support you and who can provide you that encouragement that you need. I'm really hoping that you either have those people in your life or you will meet those people very soon. And once you do, make sure that you spend as much time with them as possible. I know, again, we're always busy, we have things on the go all the time, but make sure that you find, or better, make some time to either have a coffee date or maybe a brunch or breakfast or dinner or even a simple walk together. You encourage them while they encourage you, and you share your wins and your losses, which is part of life. Share whatever happened to you, maybe get a different perspective or anything like that, but do make sure that you surround yourself with people who are genuinely happy for you and who are essentially filling your cup. And I want you to remember that self-development is a journey with its ups and downs, but every little step counts. Well, that's it for today's video. I didn't expect that it's going to take me quite some time to film it. My camera actually overheated, so I'm hoping it didn't affect the video quality. I guess I'll find out when I'm going to edit this video. But anyway, I am truly hoping that you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you like this video, I would really appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Sunday. Thanks so much for watching, and I am hoping to see you in my next video. Bye!